dear students, myself Gangadhar Solanke, and I welcome you all to the MCGM's virtual classroom. My dear students, today in Standard 8's Geography, we'll be learning the topic population. And in this topic, we're going to talk about the factors which are related with the concept of population. So, in our textbook, it is given that several factors are responsible for the development of a region, and out of these, population is an important factor. So here we are talking about any particular region. In the development of that particular region, different factors play an important role, but the population is the very important one. And in this topic, while studying the population of any region, the aspects which we have to be considered or which we have to cover or about which we have to discuss are population growth, population distribution, population density, and structure of population. So these are the factors which we have to study in this topic: population growth, population distribution, population density, and structure of population. Now one by one we'll study this in detail, but before that, this chart which we have to study about or which is given in our textbook. In this chart, here you can see total population in 2016 of city A and B city. So here it is, for the A city it is 1 lakh and in the B city is 1,10,000. Then the total number of children born. Now when we talk about A city, then it's 2000, and in B city total number of children born in year 2016 2,750. Total number of deaths, which is minus 1,500, and in city B it's 2,200. Now people who have migrated from outside, मतलब कहीं और से वो वहां पर आए, which is the plus thing. So this one, and now in BCT this one 23,000 and 15,000. Now people who have migrated out, the number is minus. ये माइनस में होगा क्योंकि वहां से वो लोग बाहर गए. People who have migrated out 2,000 and 5,000. Now what you have to do, we have to calculate total population in 2017. ये numbers जो दिए हैं, and also questions are there which you have to solve. The first is, which city has greater number of newly born children? So this column. Second one, total number of children born, and the question is, which city has greater number of newly born children? Now it is in the B city, that is 2,750. Then which city records greater number of deaths? Again city B. Looking at the figures of an migrated, in-migrated and out-migration, which city has received more migrants? Now here you have to calculate, वो माइनस करना है आपको और फिर माइग्रेट्स कहाँ पर ज़्यादा आए, रिसीव्ड हुए, वो देखना है. Calculate the population of both the cities in 2017. Now क्या प्लस करना है, क्या माइनस करना है, that is given here in the change, so that you can easily calculate this. Then after considering all the points, which city has recorded more growth of population in 1 year? इसका पता आपको जब total calculation आप करोगे तब पता चलेगा. The total number of births are given. What would be this figure per 1,000 population, and what is the term for this? And what would be the number of deaths per 1,000 population, and what is the term used for this? Now about this we are going to study in detail, and the first point is population growth. Now, when we talk about population growth, the points about which we have to discuss in detail: birth rate, death rate, life expectancy, and migration. Now, by the chart about which we people discussed, it can be seen that there is a constant change in the population of a region. कोई भी रीजन हो, पॉपुलेशन इज कॉन्स्टेंटली चेंजिंग, क्योंकि वहाँ पर डेथ होने वाली है, न्यू बॉर्न चिल्ड्रन भी है, तो वो नंबर्स में क्या होने वाला है, ऊपर नीचे होने वाला है, चेंज होने वाला है. समटाइम्स देयर इज डिक्रीज, sometimes there is decrease in population, and at other times there is an increase. So decrease and increase in the population. So this increase or decrease is related to the factors birth rate. If the birth rate is more than the death rate, population will increase, and if the death rate is more than the birth rate, population will decrease. And then the life expectancy and migration. Now one by one we'll study this in detail. So the first point is birth rate. Very simple to understand. The number of live births per 1000 people in a year shows the birth rate. The number of live births per 1000 people in a year shows the birth rate. Then the death rate, same thing, but this is about the death number or the death cases. The number of deaths per 1000 people in a year shows the death rate. इसके लिए हम कैलकुलेशन करने के लिए, इजी करने के लिए पर 1000 करते हैं. So the number of deaths per 1000 or the number of newborn babies per 1000. Then the next one is life expectancy. The average lifespan. The average lifespan of an individual expected in an area at the time of birth is also very important factor when we talk about population growth. Average lifespan is what? कुछ एरियाज होते हैं जहाँ पर लोग 70 से 80 साल जिनका एवरेज लाइफ स्पैन होता है, कहीं पर ये मोर देन 80 है, कहीं पर उसके नीचे या फिर उसके भी नीचे होता है. सो दिस एवरेज लाइफ स्पैन also play an important role when we talk about population growth. And one more thing, migration. The movement of an individual or a group out of an area or into an area is called migration. Here first of all try to understand the definition or the concept of the migration. The movement of an individual or a group, कोई एक व्यक्ति या फिर एक से ज़्यादा व्यक्ति of an area, वो in हो सकते हैं या बाहर हो सकते हैं. Now it is very easy for us to understand because we people are living here in Mumbai, and if we talk about the number of migrated people in Mumbai, it is very high, क्योंकि यहाँ पर रोज into माइग्रेशन जो होता है, इन माइग्रेशन ज़्यादा है, बाहर से ज़्यादा लोग अदर स्टेट से काम के लिए आते हैं. तो यहाँ का पॉपुलेशन जो है वो उसकी वजह से बढ़ जाता है. सो द मूवमेंट ऑफ एन इंडिविजुअल और ग्रुप आउट ऑफ एन एरिया और इनटू एन एरिया. फॉर एग्जांपल विल टेक उत्तर प्रदेश और एनी स्टेट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र, जैसे गुजरात है. यहाँ से लोग काम के लिए अगर मुंबई में आते हैं तो मुंबई का पॉपुलेशन ग्रो होगा, नंबर बढ़ेगा, लेकिन यूपी या फिर गुजरात जहाँ से लोग आ रहे हैं वहाँ का पॉपुलेशन कम हो जाएगा, क्योंकि वहाँ से पॉपुलेशन आउट हो रहा है. एंड इट इज इन मुंबई इन माइग्रेशन. When people move into a region from outside for residence, it is called in migration. And when people move out of a region for residential purpose, it is called out migration. In migration and out migration. To understand this concept here, when people move into a region, then it's in migration. And when people move out of a region for residential purpose, then it is called out migration. So all the above factors like birth rate, death rate, life expectancy, migration affect the population growth, and the difference between the birth rate and the death rate is clearly responsible for the natural changes in population. The unchecked growth of population puts pressure on the resources of a region, and on the other hand, if we talk, a controlled growth of population will lead to the availability of resources in the right proportion. So the conclusion is what? A controlled population. Controlled population is an indicator of the development of a region, क्योंकि वहाँ पर कुछ चीज़ें कम नहीं होगी, जितने लोग हैं उनमें समान उसका बंटवारा हो सकता है, लेकिन जैसे ही पॉपुलेशन बढ़ता जाएगा तो जो अवेलेबल रिसोर्सेस है उस पर प्रेशर आता है. सो कंट्रोल्ड पॉपुलेशन इज एन इंडिकेटर of the development of region. And now we are going to talk about the distribution of population, and for this one map is there on the screen for you people to understand this easily. When the distribution of population, here you can see 0 to 50, then 51 to 100, and in this way it's increasing. So some regions are mountainous while others are flat plains, and geographical conditions vary. Here also in any particular state, geographical conditions are different. And if we talk about the country, then it is varied. So some regions are well endowed with natural resources, and while others have limited resources. So these conditions affect the distribution of population. Very simple natural thing to understand. जहाँ पर लोगों को सारी चीज़ें अच्छे से मिलेगी, जैसे पानी मिलेगा, खाने के लिए अच्छी चीज़ें मिल सकती है, काम मिल सकता है, बच्चों के लिए फैसिलिटी जैसे स्कूल है, हॉस्पिटल्स है, ये सारी चीज़ें जहाँ पर होगी वहाँ ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग रहेंगे. एंड ऑन द अदर हैंड वी कैन से दिस अबाउट द नेचुरल कंडीशंस ऑल्सो. रहने के लिए सिर्फ बारिश और बारिश ही है तो लोग वहाँ पर नहीं रहेंगे, सिर्फ धूप ही धूप है तो लोग वहाँ पर नहीं रहेंगे, सिर्फ ठंडी ही ठंडी है तो लोग वहाँ पर नहीं रहेंगे. एक बैलेंस एटमॉस्फेरिक कंडीशन अगर होंगी तो लोग वहाँ पर सेटल हो जाते हैं. सो दीज थिंग्स आर वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट इन द सेटलमेंट ऑफ पॉपुलेशन. So some regions are mountainous and while others are flat plains. Geographical conditions are also vary. So in areas with abundant resources, naturally the population is more, and in these areas there is dense population distribution. But in areas with scarce resources, unfavorable climate, undulating terrain, etc., the population distribution is sparse. वहाँ पर obviously कम population होगा. So keep in mind all these things which affect the distribution of population. Now the things, factors affecting population distribution in detail now one by one. Physical factors. Location is very important, relief, then climate, then soil, and the mineral resources. All these things are under the heading of physical factors. Then economical factors in this agriculture, industry, urbanization, transport and markets. एक बहुत ही आसान चीज़ है ये समझने के लिए. आप अगर कभी अपना घर चेंज करते हो तो मम्मी पापा जब नया घर ढूंढते हैं रहने के लिए तो क्या क्या चीज़ें देखी जाती हैं. एक तो हम देखते हैं कि ट्रांसपोर्टेशन अच्छा हो, जहाँ से पापा या मम्मी को जॉब के लिए जाना आसान हो, आपका स्कूल नज़दीक हो, जैसे पहले ही मैंने बताया कि हॉस्पिटल्स हो. ये सारी चीज़ें हम देखते हैं. एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स आर the factors which affect population distribution. Now, in political factors, wars, political instability, and government policies. If in any particular area war is continuously going on, तो वहाँ पर लोग रहना पसंद नहीं करते हैं. And in social factors, race, religion, language, customs, and traditions. Generally, people with the same language or same religion live together, but this condition is not here in our country, because India is a country where people live together without any kind of discrimination among them. अलग अलग भाषा बोलने वाले, अलग अलग रिलीजन के, अलग अलग रहन सहन, अलग अलग खान पान होने वाले लोग एक साथ हमारे देश में रहते हैं, एंड दैट इज़ द ब्यूटी ऑफ आवर पॉपुलेशन, वी कैन से. बट ऑल these factors like race, religion, language, customs, and traditions play an important role in the population distribution. Now the next point, density of population. What is the density of population? Here now you can see. Just observe these two maps or compare this so that you can understand population density per square kilometer. Per square kilometer. Now we'll go for the definition of this. Density of population is what? The ratio of the population of a country. The ratio of the population of a country to its area is population density. Again I am repeating. The ratio of the population of a country, किसी एक देश का पर्टिकुलर पॉपुलेशन का जो रेशो है टू इट्स एरिया इज पॉपुलेशन डेंसिटी. So while discussing population distribution, density of population is also considered, and to calculate the density there is a formula. Density of population is equal to population of a region by divided by area of a region, and then we get the density of population. Now one table is given in our textbook. Complete the table which is of census 2011. In serial number 6 states are given: Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan, Manipur, and Goa. Population as per the census of 2011 and the area in square kilometer is given. For example, now if we talk about the Maharashtra, the population number of Maharashtra is this one and the area is this one. So if you have to calculate the density of population, then what you have to do, put this number 74,333 divided by now the area of Maharashtra, and if you people do the calculation, then our answer is 365.19 per square kilometer is the density of population. मतलब इतने लोग हैं उस पर्टिकुलर एरिया में रहने वाले. In this way you people have to calculate this and complete this table. Now from the area of a region and its population, one can calculate how many people live in a square kilometer. For example, now if we're talking about Maharashtra, then it's 365. So density of population is not the same everywhere. Again, I'm repeating, it depends on the physical factors, on the economic factors, on the political factors, and also on social factors. In some regions, the area is small, but population is large. For example, Kerala is the state where area is small, but the population is large, and in other regions the area is large but the population is small. For example, राजस्थान, क्योंकि राजस्थान में अगर हम देखेंगे तो नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज जो है, क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस जो है वो रहने के लिए उतनी अच्छी नहीं है, तो वहाँ की जो डेंसिटी है पॉपुलेशन की वो कम होती है. सो कीप इन माइंड ऑल दीज factors are also very important in the density of population. Here you can see, if in this area 1 2 3 4 5 people are living, and here 3 people are living. Now the next one, in some regions the Kerala is small but the population is large in Kerala, and in Rajasthan area is large but the population is small. Now the next point is structure of population. In the structure of population, population can be subdivided into various categories, and by studying the correlation between the subdivisions and understanding of the structure and quality of the population is possible. Now the groups which we can do or we can consider to understand the structure of population: male, adolescent, illiterate, children, unemployed, infants, literate, rural, working population, urban population, female, old, young, dependent population, adult population. We can take all these things. Now इसको भी हम किस में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, और फॉर एग्जाम्पल वर्किंग पॉपुलेशन. सो इन वर्किंग पॉपुलेशन we can do male or female, then we can divide it into age. So these subgroups and their relationship with one another is studied in the structure of the population. And in this, the first one about which we are going to talk is sex ratio, then age structure. Here you can see percentage of world age increases significantly. In 2010, age 0 to 14 years 27.4%, and in 2040 it's 18.6%. so age 15 to 64 years ये ऑटोमेटिकली बढ़ जाएगा. एज 65 प्लस ईयर्स 5.0%. सो इट डिपेंड्स. जैसे अभी इंडिया को यंग जनरेशन की कंट्री कहा जाता है, क्योंकि अभी जो इंडिया का पॉपुलेशन है उसमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा यंग पीपल जो है वो शामिल है. सेक्स रेशो, as per the gender, population can be divided into males and females. Males and females. This is a natural division which can be easily understood. There is nothing hard to understand or to talk about this. In a population, when both the genders are around the same number, like male 1000, female 1000, or male 900, female 900. So when both the genders are around the same number, it indicates a balanced population. But here on the screen you can see males 1000 and female 946. So this is imbalanced sex ratio. So in population studies, the ratio of men and women is considered important. So when we talk about India, it is imbalanced sex ratio, because per 1000 males, number of females is 946. As per the gender, population can be divided into males and females, and this is a natural division. In a population, when both the genders are around the same number, it indicates balanced population. And in population studies, the ratio of men and women is considered important. Now the formula, like we just now studied about the density of population formula, we have sex ratio formula. Total number of females divided by total number of males into 1000. This will give us the number of sex ratio. What is the sex ratio of India as per the census 2011? Per 1000 males there are 940 females. So this one is imbalanced sex ratio. When for every 1000 males the number of female is less, the sex ratio is said to be low, and when for every 1000 males the number of female is more, the sex ratio is said to be high. Now in figure 7.3, sex ratio of 2011 is given, and which is of different states: Haryana, Bihar, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh and Kerala. Now by studying this, you have to answer the questions, and the questions are: which state has the highest sex ratio? Here you can see Kerala, which is having highest sex ratio, जहाँ पर मेल से ज़्यादा फीमेल्स के नंबर है 1084. Then which state has the lowest sex ratio? That is the Haryana, which is imbalanced 879. Now what changes should take place in Maharashtra to bring about a balanced sex ratio, and how much change is necessary? Now if we talk about the Maharashtra, the number is 929. तो 1000 से कितने कम है वो देखना है, और उसे वो बैलेंस करने के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं? About that you people have to discuss. You people can write essay also on that, or you people can collect the information through internet. But the very important thing which we should understand to balance the sex ratio is that we should save girls. Now in this, the next point: in regions where the proportion of females is more than males, predominantly the out-migration of men is high. And the out-migration is very often for employment purpose, for example, Kerala. But where the proportion of females is less than males, in most cases, the birth rate of females is less. So you people just understand this, how it works and how to calculate the density of population and the sex ratio. In the next session, we'll talk about the age structure, then about the literacy, population as a resource, and also about the migration. Here again, have a class discussion based on the following questions. Now we are not having classes, so you can discuss this with your friends on phone or with your family members, that how many people in your house are studying and what is their age, how many people in your house are working for a living and how old are they, do your grandparents still work and what is their age. Now by this you'll have columns, and by doing this you can understand the structure of population. स्ट्रक्चर कैसे किया जाता है, स्कूल में जाने वाले कौन है, उनका एज क्या है, काम करने वाले कौन है, उनका एज क्या है, ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स काम करते हैं क्या, नहीं करते हैं, उनका एज क्या है. बाय दिस you may understand many things about the population.
Please subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get notifications.
So my dear ones, this is all for today. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe, take care.